Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever found yourself drawn to someone who seems to have unlocked the secret to inspiring millions? Someone who speaks not just with their words, but with a vision that electrifies your very being? Today, we're diving into the gravitational pull of one such person, the one and only Simon Sinek. What is it about this man that has leaders quoting him, companies reimagining their purpose, and individuals like us hanging on to his every word? Is it his passion, his clarity, or is it something deeper, something primal, something that resonates with the core of who we are and who we aspire to be? Faith versus imagination and luck. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we're not just going to talk about Simon Sinek. We're going to uncover why his ideas stick, why his vision ignites movements, and why his work could just be the spark that changes your life. Let's start with this. What is your why, and why does Simon Sinek make us obsessed with finding it? Understanding your purpose is the foundation of success, and this is what Simon Sinek encapsulates with his concept of why. It is a simple yet profoundly transformative idea. Most people in organizations operate on the surface, focusing on what they do and how they do it. They craft intricate strategies, market their products, and execute their operations, but they often neglect the most crucial question: why do they exist in the first place? Why do they do what they do? This question goes beyond profit, fame, or recognition. It digs into the very essence of purpose, the reason that drives people and organizations to wake up every day and put in the effort to make an impact. Simon Sinek's concept of why resonates because it appeals to something intrinsic in all of us, a desire to connect with meaning. Whether we're building a business, leading a team, or navigating our personal lives, purpose is the compass that guides our decisions. Without it, even the most successful endeavors can feel hollow. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This is the crux of Sinek's message. It emphasizes that your purpose, your why, is not just an abstract idea, but a powerful differentiator that defines your identity, builds trust, and inspires loyalty. The challenge is that identifying your why is not as straightforward as it sounds. It requires self-reflection, vulnerability, and an unwavering commitment to authenticity. It is not about inventing a mission statement or creating a clever tagline. It is about uncovering a truth that is already there, something that is deeply rooted in your values, experiences, and aspirations. This is why organizations and leaders that operate with a clear sense of why tend to outperform and outlast their competitors. They have a foundation that is not easily shaken by external challenges or trends. Think about some of the most iconic brands in the world. Apple, for example, doesn't just sell computers or phones. Their why is to challenge the status quo and empower individuals through innovation. This purpose is so deeply embedded in everything they do that it transcends their products. It creates a sense of community and belonging among their customers. People don't buy Apple because they need another gadget. They buy Apple because they identify with what the brand stands for. This is not limited to businesses. In our personal lives, understanding our why can transform the way we approach challenges, relationships, and goals. Imagine waking up every morning with a clear sense of purpose, knowing exactly why you do what you do. It creates a level of focus and motivation that is hard to match. It allows you to filter out distractions and stay true to your core values, even in the face of adversity. When your why is clear, it acts as a beacon. It attracts the right people, the right opportunities, and the right energy into your life or organization. This is why leaders who operate from their why often inspire such fierce loyalty and dedication. People are drawn to clarity and authenticity. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. When a leader articulates a compelling why, it resonates on an emotional level, creating a connection that goes beyond mere transactions. Simon Sinek uses the golden circle to explain this idea. Most people and organizations operate from the outside in. They start with what they do, then move to how they do it, and rarely, if ever, get to why they do it. But truly great leaders and organizations operate from the inside out. They start with why, because it is the driving force that shapes everything else. The how and what are merely expressions of the why. This inside-out approach is not just more inspiring, it is also more sustainable. When your actions and decisions are aligned with your purpose, you create a sense of integrity and consistency that builds trust. People know what to expect from you because your why doesn't change. It becomes your anchor, your guiding principle. Even when circumstances shift, your purpose remains constant, allowing you to adapt without losing sight of who you are or what you stand for. Organizations that lack a clear why often struggle to build lasting success. They may achieve short-term wins, but without a strong foundation of purpose, they are vulnerable to shifts in the market, competition, or internal challenges. They may find themselves constantly chasing trends, trying to keep up with others, rather than carving out their own path. This is why starting with why is not just a nice idea, it is a strategic imperative. When you understand your why, you unlock the potential for impact. You move beyond simply meeting expectations to inspiring change, innovation, and growth. Your why becomes the driving force behind everything you do, propelling you toward a future that is not just successful, but also meaningful. Leadership is often misunderstood as a position of authority or a title that grants power. Simon Sinek challenges this conventional view by redefining leadership as the ability to inspire action and create an environment where people feel valued, safe, and motivated to contribute their best. True leadership isn't about commanding or controlling others. It's about empowering them to achieve more than they thought possible. It's about serving the people you lead, not the other way around. Leadership in this sense is not a rank or privilege, it's a responsibility. Leadership comes with authority. At the heart of Sinek's perspective on leadership is the idea that leaders set the tone for their organizations or teams. They create the culture that determines how people interact, innovate, and perform. A leader's role is not just to provide direction, but to inspire belief in a shared vision. People don't follow because they have to, they follow because they want to. This willingness to follow comes from trust, and trust is built when leaders prioritize the well-being of their people. When individuals feel that their leaders genuinely care about them, they are more likely to be loyal, committed, and productive. One of the most critical aspects of leadership is understanding the importance of creating a safe environment. Sinek refers to this as the circle of safety, a space where people feel secure enough to take risks, share ideas, and make mistakes without fear of judgment or punishment. In organizations where this circle is present, people are more collaborative and innovative because they know their leaders have their back. This sense of safety isn't about avoiding challenges or discomfort, but about ensuring that people feel supported as they navigate them. When leaders fail to provide this environment, fear and competition take root, stifling creativity and growth. Empathy is loneliness plus connection. Empathy is not loneliness without connection. Empathy is loneliness plus connection. Leaders also inspire action by embodying the values and behaviors they want to see in others. It's not enough to talk about vision or principles. Great leaders live them out in their actions. They lead by example, showing consistency and integrity in their decisions and interactions. This authenticity resonates with people and encourages them to align their efforts with the leader's vision. When leaders demonstrate a clear commitment to the team's goals and values, they inspire others to take ownership of their roles and contribute meaningfully to the collective success. End quote. Another crucial element of leadership is the ability to communicate effectively. Sinek emphasizes that leaders who inspire action are skilled at articulating their vision in a way that connects emotionally with their audience. It's not just about presenting facts or strategies, it's about telling a story that resonates on a deeper level. People are naturally drawn to narratives that reflect their own aspirations and struggles, and leaders can connect their vision to the personal motivations of their team members. They create a powerful sense of purpose that drives collective action. Empathy is a defining quality of great leaders. Understanding the needs, concerns, and perspectives of the people they lead allows leaders to build stronger relationships and make better decisions. Empathy enables leaders to see beyond their own interests and prioritize the well-being of the group. This doesn't mean compromising on standards or expectations, but rather recognizing that people perform best when they feel understood, and supported. Leaders who lack empathy often struggle to build trust and loyalty, resulting in disengaged teams and high turnover rates. Leadership also involves a willingness to embrace vulnerability. This might seem counterintuitive, but admitting imperfections and showing humanity can strengthen a leader's connection with their team. Vulnerability fosters trust because it demonstrates authenticity and courage. It shows that the leader is not trying to project an image of invincibility, but is instead focused on fostering genuine relationships. When leaders are open about their challenges and willing to ask for help, they encourage others to do the same, creating a culture of collaboration and mutual support. Inspiring action also requires a long-term perspective. Leaders who focus solely on short-term results may achieve temporary success, but often at the expense of their team's morale and sustainability. Great leaders understand the importance of investing in people, even if the returns aren't immediately visible. They prioritize development, mentorship, and creating opportunities for growth. By doing so, they build teams that are resilient, adaptable, and capable of sustaining success over time. This long-term mindset is what separates true leaders from those who are merely managers. Finally, leadership is about making tough decisions and taking responsibility for their outcomes. Leaders are often faced with situations where the right choice is not the easiest or most popular one. In these moments, great leaders demonstrate courage and integrity, standing by their principles even when it's difficult. They also take accountability for their decisions, recognizing that their actions impact the entire team. This sense of responsibility inspires respect and trust, reinforcing their role as someone worth following. The concept of the golden circle is one of Simon Sinek's most transformative ideas, offering a framework for understanding how great leaders and organizations inspire action. At its core, the golden circle is a model that begins with three fundamental questions: why, how, and what. These questions define the purpose, process, and output of any individual or organization, but the way they are prioritized makes all the difference. Most people and companies start from the outside in. They begin with what they do, move to how they do it, and rarely, if ever, address why they do it. Sinek argues that true inspiration and success come from flipping this approach, starting with why and working outward. The outermost layer of the golden circle is what. This represents the tangible output: products, services, or actions. It's the most obvious layer and the easiest to identify. Every organization knows what they do. It's the deliverables, the metrics, and the results that are readily measurable and observable. While the what is important, it's not what differentiates one organization or leader from another. Most competitors can replicate what you do, and in many cases they can do it equally well, if not better. This is why focusing solely on what often leads to commoditization, where offerings become indistinguishable from one another. The second layer of the circle is how. This involves the processes, values, or unique selling propositions that set you apart from others. It's about the methods and approaches that make your what possible. Many organizations are proud of their how, showcasing their efficiency, innovation, or superior craftsmanship. While the how adds value and creates differentiation, it is still not the most compelling factor for inspiring loyalty or trust. Competitors can study and mimic your processes over time, making the advantage of the how relatively temporary. At the center of the golden circle lies the most crucial and often overlooked layer: why. This is the purpose, cause, or belief that drives everything else. It's the reason an organization exists beyond making money, and it's the reason individuals choose to dedicate themselves to a cause or mission. Starting with why is powerful because it connects with people on an emotional level. Unlike the what and how, which appeal to logic and reason, the why resonates with deeper human needs for meaning and connection. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This is why organizations and leaders who communicate their why effectively create movements and inspire loyalty that transcends products or services. Our intentionality transcends products or services. The distinction between these layers becomes even clearer when we look at examples of companies and leaders who have mastered the golden circle. Apple is a prime illustration of starting with why. Apple's purpose isn't just to make computers or phones, it's to challenge the status quo and think differently. This belief is at the core of everything they do, and it's why their customers feel a deep emotional connection to the brand. Their how, beautiful design, intuitive user interfaces, and seamless integration, is a natural extension of their why. Their what, computers, phones, software, is merely the proof of their purpose. By starting with why, Apple has built a loyal following that goes beyond functionality or features. This principle is not limited to businesses. Great leaders also operate from the inside out. Martin Luther King Jr., for instance, inspired millions, not because of what he wanted to achieve or how he planned to do it, but because of why he believed in equality and justice. His "I Have a Dream" speech articulated a vision that resonated deeply with people's values and emotions. He didn't simply present a plan, he gave people a cause to rally around. This is the essence of starting with why. It creates a sense of shared purpose that motivates action. Understanding and communicating your why is not just an abstract exercise, it has practical implications for decision-making, branding, and leadership. When you start with why, you create alignment between your purpose, actions, and outcomes. This alignment fosters trust because people can sense authenticity and consistency. When your why is clear, it serves as a guiding principle, helping you make choices that stay true to your mission. It also simplifies communication, as it gives people a reason to care about what you're offering or advocating. The golden circle also explains why some organizations struggle despite having superior products or processes. If you start with what or how and fail to articulate why, you risk being seen as transactional rather than transformational. Without a clear why, your actions may lack coherence, making it harder for people to connect with your vision. Even if your what and how are impressive, they won't inspire the same level of loyalty or passion as a compelling why. The neuroscience behind this concept reinforces its validity. The why corresponds to the limbic brain, the part responsible for emotions, behavior, and decision-making. The what and how, on the other hand, correspond to the neocortex, which governs analytical thinking and language. While the neocortex helps us process information, it's the limbic brain that drives our actions. This is why decisions often feel more like a gut instinct than a logical conclusion. When leaders and organizations start with why, they speak directly to this emotional core, creating a powerful connection that logic alone cannot achieve. Trust and connection are the cornerstones of any successful team or organization, and Simon Sinek emphasizes their importance in creating a culture where people thrive. At its core, trust is about feeling safe and supported, knowing that others have your back no matter the circumstances. It is not something that can be demanded or manufactured. Trust must be earned through consistent actions, clear communication, and genuine care for others. Leaders who prioritize trust lay the foundation for strong, resilient teams that can weather challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Without trust, even the most talented individuals struggle to perform at their best because they are preoccupied with self-preservation and uncertainty. Building trust begins with vulnerability. Leaders who are willing to admit their mistakes, ask for help, and share their challenges create an environment where others feel comfortable doing the same. This openness fosters a sense of authenticity and mutual respect, which are essential for trust to flourish. When leaders pretend to have all the answers or operate behind a facade of perfection, they inadvertently create distance between themselves and their teams. People are less likely to connect with someone who seems unrelatable or detached. By embracing vulnerability, leaders demonstrate that they are human and approachable, encouraging others to engage and collaborate more deeply. Connection is the second vital component that strengthens teams and organizations. It is the sense of belonging that comes from knowing you are part of something bigger than yourself. Connection is not just about working together. It is about genuinely caring for one another as individuals. This level of camaraderie is built through meaningful interactions, shared experiences, and a common purpose. When people feel connected to their leaders and colleagues, they are more motivated to contribute and invest in the success of the group. They are also more likely to support each other during difficult times, creating a sense of unity and resilience. The circle of safety is a concept Simon Sinek uses to illustrate how trust and connection work together to create a supportive environment. Within this circle, people feel protected from external threats and internal competition. They know that their leaders prioritize their well-being and will stand by them even when things go wrong. This sense of safety allows individuals to focus on their work without fear of judgment or retribution. It also encourages risk-taking and innovation, as people are more willing to experiment and share ideas when they feel secure. In contrast, organizations that lack a circle of safety often struggle with low morale, high turnover, and limited creativity because people are too focused on self-preservation to contribute fully. A critical factor in building trust and connection is the ability to listen. Leaders who actively listen to their teams demonstrate that they value their perspectives and concerns. This goes beyond simply hearing words. It involves truly understanding what people are saying and responding with empathy. When individuals feel heard, they are more likely to open up and share their thoughts, creating a culture of transparency and collaboration. Listening also helps leaders identify potential issues before they escalate, enabling them to address problems proactively and maintain a healthy dynamic within the team. Consistency is another key element in fostering trust. People need to know that they can rely on their leaders and colleagues to act with integrity and fairness. Consistency in behavior, decision-making, and communication builds confidence and reduces uncertainty. When leaders set clear expectations and follow through on their commitments, they establish a sense of reliability that strengthens trust over time. On the other hand, inconsistent or unpredictable actions undermine trust and create confusion, making it harder for teams to function effectively. But the rest of the world is filled with rules, and they harden into principles, not compromise. And the rules we reference are as follows as they are in business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Empathy plays a central role in establishing both trust and connection. Understanding and acknowledging the emotions, experiences, and challenges of others shows that you care about them as people, not just as workers or contributors. Empathy allows leaders to build deeper relationships and create an environment where everyone feels valued and supported. It also helps resolve conflicts and navigate difficult situations, as empathetic leaders are better equipped to address the root causes of issues and find solutions that benefit everyone involved. Trust and connection are also reinforced through shared purpose and values. When teams align around a common mission, they develop a sense of unity that transcends individual roles or differences. This shared purpose provides a foundation for collaboration and mutual support, as everyone is working toward the same goal. Given that everyone is working toward the same goal, there is no sense of individuality and everyone is working toward the same thing. Leaders who consistently communicate and reinforce the organization's values help create a sense of stability and cohesion, making it easier for people to connect with one another and with the broader vision. Recognition and appreciation further enhance trust and connection. Acknowledging the contributions and achievements of individuals shows that their efforts are noticed and valued. This recognition doesn't have to be grand or elaborate. Even small gestures of gratitude can have a significant impact on morale and motivation. When people feel appreciated, they are more likely to trust their leaders and colleagues and to invest in the success of the team. Finally, building trust and connection requires time and intentionality. These qualities don't develop overnight. They must be nurtured through ongoing effort and attention. Leaders who prioritize trust and connection understand that they are not just building a team, but creating a culture that will define the organization's success for years to come. By fostering an environment where people feel safe, supported, and valued, they unlock the potential for extraordinary collaboration, innovation, and growth. The concept of the infinite mindset, as presented by Simon Sinek, offers a transformative perspective on success and sustainability in leadership, business, and life. Unlike a finite mindset, which focuses on short-term wins, fixed goals, and definitive outcomes, an infinite mindset is about thriving in an ever-changing landscape. It emphasizes adaptability, resilience, and a long-term approach to decision-making. Leaders who embrace this philosophy understand that the game they are playing has no finish line. Success is not about beating competitors or achieving momentary milestones. It's about continuously evolving, improving, and contributing to a larger purpose. And the winning game is the one that champions. Success is about continuously evolving, improving, and contributing to a larger purpose. An infinite mindset begins with recognizing the difference between finite and infinite games. In finite games, the rules are clear, the players are known, and the goal is to win. Sports are a classic example of a finite game. However, in infinite games, the rules are flexible, the players come and go, and the objective is to perpetuate the game itself. Business, leadership, and even life fall into the category of infinite games. There is no ultimate victory or final scoreboard. The goal is to keep moving forward, adapting to new challenges, and making a lasting impact. One of the key principles of the infinite mindset is the importance of purpose. Purpose serves as the guiding star that keeps individuals and organizations aligned with their values and vision. In the context of an infinite game, purpose is not a target to be achieved and then abandoned. It is an ongoing journey. Leaders with an infinite mindset are driven by a cause that transcends short-term gains. They prioritize creating value, building relationships, and contributing to the greater good over simply maximizing profits or achieving personal accolades. This sense of purpose inspires teams, fosters loyalty, and ensures that efforts remain meaningful even in the face of setbacks or uncertainty. Adaptability is another cornerstone of the infinite mindset. In an infinite game, the landscape is constantly shifting. New competitors emerge, technologies evolve, and societal expectations change. Leaders who operate with a finite mindset often struggle to navigate these changes because they are focused on rigid strategies or immediate results. In contrast, those with an infinite mindset embrace change as an opportunity for growth. They remain flexible, open to new ideas, and willing to experiment. This adaptability allows them to stay relevant and resilient, even in the face of disruption. A critical component of the infinite mindset is the ability to build strong, lasting relationships. In an infinite game, no one succeeds alone. Collaboration, trust, and mutual respect are essential for sustaining success over the long term. Leaders with an infinite mindset prioritize relationships over transactions. They invest in their people, customers, and partners, recognizing that these connections are the foundation of enduring success. By fostering a culture of empathy, inclusion, and support, they create an environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to contribute. The infinite mindset also requires a commitment to continuous improvement. In a finite game, success is often defined by reaching a specific goal or milestone. Once that goal is achieved, the focus shifts to maintaining the status quo or moving on to the next target. In an infinite game, success is about striving for excellence and growth without an endpoint. Leaders with this mindset are never satisfied with the status quo. They are always seeking ways to learn, innovate, and evolve. This commitment to progress ensures that individuals and organizations remain dynamic and competitive even as the world around them changes. To take advantage of unprecedented technologies, here are the rules of the game. Resilience is another hallmark of the infinite mindset. In any journey, there will be challenges, failures, and setbacks. Leaders who operate with a finite mindset may see these obstacles as insurmountable or as reasons to abandon their goals. Those with an infinite mindset, however, view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. They understand that setbacks are a natural part of the process, and that perseverance is essential for achieving meaningful impact. This resilience not only helps leaders navigate adversity, but also inspires confidence and trust among their teams. The infinite mindset also shifts the focus from competition to collaboration. In a finite game, the goal is to outperform rivals and claim victory. In an infinite game, the emphasis is on contributing to the collective success of the industry, community, or society. Leaders with an infinite mindset recognize that success is not a zero-sum game. They seek ways to uplift others, share knowledge, and create win-win scenarios. In that context, you can think differently, play a different game. This collaborative approach fosters innovation, strengthens relationships, and ensures that progress is sustainable. Legacy is a central theme in the infinite mindset. Leaders who operate with this perspective are not concerned with personal accolades or immediate recognition. Instead, they focus on creating a positive, lasting impact that will benefit future generations. They measure their success not by what they achieve in their own lifetimes, but by the contributions they make to the ongoing journey of their organizations and communities. This long-term orientation encourages leaders to think beyond their own interests and prioritize actions that will have enduring value. An infinite mindset also involves a willingness to embrace uncertainty. In an infinite game, the future is unpredictable, and there are no guarantees. Leaders with a finite mindset often seek control and certainty, which can lead to fear and rigidity. Those with an infinite mindset, however, accept that uncertainty is an inherent part of the journey. They approach the unknown with curiosity, courage, and a sense of possibility. Entrust your instincts and insights. This mindset enables them to navigate ambiguity with confidence and optimism, empowering their teams to do the same. Empathy lies at the heart of effective leadership and meaningful human connection. Simon Sinek emphasizes its significance as a critical skill that enables leaders to understand and support the people they serve. Empathy is not just about showing kindness or being considerate. It is about truly understanding the thoughts, feelings, and experiences of others. It requires listening without judgment, seeing the world from another's perspective, and responding with genuine care. Leaders who practice empathy create environments where trust flourishes, communication improves, and people feel valued. Empathy begins with active listening. Too often, conversations are one-sided, with people waiting for their turn to speak, rather than truly hearing what the other person is saying. Empathetic leaders prioritize listening as a tool for understanding, focusing on the speaker's words, tone, and nonverbal cues. They ask open-ended questions and give their full attention, demonstrating that they value the other person's perspective. This kind of attentive listening builds trust and fosters deeper connections, because it shows that the leader genuinely cares about the individual's thoughts and concerns. Another key aspect of empathy is the ability to see situations from someone else's perspective. This requires setting aside personal biases and assumptions to understand what another person is experiencing. It involves considering their emotions, motivations, and challenges without imposing one's own viewpoint. Leaders who can put themselves in their team members' shoes are better equipped to address their needs and concerns effectively. This ability to empathize fosters a sense of belonging and mutual respect, which strengthens relationships and encourages collaboration. Empathy also plays a vital role in resolving conflicts. Disagreements and misunderstandings are inevitable in any organization, but empathetic leaders approach these situations with a focus on understanding rather than winning. They seek to uncover the underlying issues driving the conflict, taking the time to listen to all perspectives and validate the emotions involved. This approach not only helps to de-escalate tension, but also creates an opportunity for growth and learning. By addressing the root causes of conflict with empathy, leaders can foster solutions that are fair, sustainable, and mutually beneficial. And in addition to resolving conflicts, empathy helps leaders build stronger, more motivated teams. When people feel understood and supported, they are more likely to trust their leaders and invest in their work. Empathy creates a sense of psychological safety where individuals feel comfortable expressing themselves, sharing ideas, and taking risks without fear of judgment or punishment. This openness drives creativity and innovation, as team members are encouraged to think boldly and contribute their unique perspectives. Leaders who show empathy cultivate an environment where people feel valued, not just for their output, but for who they are as individuals. Empathy is particularly important in times of change or uncertainty. During periods of transition, people often experience anxiety, confusion, or resistance. Leaders who approach these situations with empathy are better equipped to guide their teams through the challenges. They take the time to understand the concerns and emotions of those affected, offering reassurance and support. This empathetic approach helps to build trust and buy-in, making it easier for teams to adapt and move forward. Without empathy, change initiatives can feel imposed and alienating, leading to resistance and disengagement. Empathy also enhances decision-making. Leaders who consider the perspectives and needs of others are more likely to make informed and inclusive choices. This is especially important in diverse teams, where individuals bring a range of experiences, backgrounds, and viewpoints. Empathy enables leaders to navigate this diversity with sensitivity, ensuring that decisions reflect the collective needs and values of the group. This inclusivity not only leads to better outcomes, but also strengthens the team's sense of unity and purpose. Empathy is not just about responding to others' emotions, it's also about anticipating their needs. Great leaders use empathy to stay ahead of potential challenges, recognizing when someone might be struggling before it becomes a significant issue. They pay attention to subtle signs, such as changes in behavior or mood, and take proactive steps to offer support. This attentiveness shows a deep level of care and commitment, reinforcing trust and loyalty within the team. In addition to benefiting individual relationships, empathy has a profound impact on organizational culture. When empathy is a core value, it permeates every aspect of the organization, from communication and decision-making to customer service and innovation. Teams that operate with empathy are more collaborative, resilient, and adaptable because they prioritize understanding and supporting one another. This culture of empathy extends beyond the organization's walls, influencing how it interacts with customers, partners, and the community. Empathy-driven organizations build stronger, more meaningful connections with the people they serve, enhancing their reputation and long-term success. From a promotional standpoint, empathy makes sense from a business perspective because it helps your leaders build safe and secure relationships and ensure long-term success. Empathy also requires leaders to manage their own emotions effectively. Understanding and responding to others' feelings can be challenging, especially in high-pressure situations. Leaders who practice self-awareness and emotional regulation are better equipped to remain empathetic, even when faced with frustration or stress. This emotional intelligence allows them to respond thoughtfully and constructively, setting a positive example for their teams. This is how the best leaders tend to move through the world, is by setting a positive example for their teams. By balancing empathy with clear boundaries and accountability, leaders can create a supportive yet disciplined environment that encourages growth and achievement.